A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Sooners will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Breaks into the open. Pass to 50. The 30. The 20. The 10. And he scores! Touchdown Bulldogs!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try the run. He's in open space downfield. Lots of running room. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Escapes the pressure to his right. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes a catch. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Frazier. Fighting off the defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a give to Frazier. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off play action on first down. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Fires to the big fella. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Sooners in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Dropping back, it's Mateer. They get to him as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Thomas. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Lost to throw again. Finds his man in the middle. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. A little release to the back. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
The Sooners looking to convert on fourth down. He dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The Bulldogs want to move quickly.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around, has really proven to be a great back.
This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And they stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down and short. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. This one to start the drive from their own 22. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. They'll run the screen.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Timeout on the field, and that's the second called by Georgia. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Finds his man. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Fires it incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Got a man, it's Harris. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Looking to throw for it. Right on the money. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! A great catch and run for 6.
And this offense really struggled in the first half, but how about taking the last possession down the field, punching 6 on the board with a chance to tie this football game up. Low scoring, but nice job finishing this half with a touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. He marched 78 yards down the field, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He might want another play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's LSU who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds a tight end down the gut. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down. But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. On the move. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant.
Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Coming out with it, it's Phillips. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. He unleashes a long one. Brings it down on the right side. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. gun here with Nate Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Got the back over the middle. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Moving out to the right. Found a seam. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Sooners will hustle to the line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
To the air, it's Mateer. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. They'll try to add another to their lead.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Line getting set on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Offense facing number 8 on to punt it away.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone.
Returner goes out of bounds.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. And his throw is incomplete. Gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. Snags it inside the 20. Running free. Touchdown Sooners. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. It's complete on the right side. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Makes the grab. It's Humphries. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking for the completion. At midfield, he's got room. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Got a little grass. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Might as well give it to him again. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
And how about that, guys? Like, make no bones about it. Bring in the big bodies, goal line personnel. Like, we're going to pound you right between the eyeballs. Sometimes people get aggressive on 2nd and short and take shots. This offense said, nah, we want to get the 1st down, and we want to get it now.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Unloads quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Trying to bull his way in.
And this is the kind of quarterback I want to build my offense around. I mean, guys that can scoot, extend plays. It makes the offensive line better, wide receivers better when you can do things like this and get completions down the field.
Push ahead on the sneak. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Now the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple bad decisions, a couple great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking the shots. He's not backing down. He's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
To the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.